Hello, beloved. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'd like us to look at something from the book of James, chapter 1. James, chapter 1. I'll read from verse 1 to verse 3. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. I'll take verse 2 and verse 3 again. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Amazing. Now, James is saying that count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. It means be excited about it. Now, is it simple to be excited about temptations? But James says, be excited about it. Now, he gives a reason. He says there's a certain knowledge you must sustain. Now, when that knowledge is sustained, I believe that you'll be able to count in joy when you fall into diverse temptations. The knowledge you must sustain is in verse 3. James says, knowing this, that the trying or the testing of your faith worketh patience. So James says that in those temptations, in those trials, in those troubles, in those challenges, what happens is that your faith is being tried. He says, as your faith is tried, faith being tried produces or works patience. Then in verse 4 he said, but let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So it now brings you to a certain point of completeness. So you have people going through a lot of challenges, yet they are down. But James says, count it joy when you have the knowledge that what is happening is that my faith is being tried. As my faith is tried, patience is being produced. When patience has its perfect work, I'll be entire and complete, lacking nothing. For that reason, I must sustain this attitude of counting it all joy when I fall into diverse temptations. It means that there is nothing that is expected to make the believer feel down at all, according to the scriptures. Because you see, in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, Paul tells us that, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, even to them that are called according to his purpose. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17, Paul said, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. It means all the challenges that come our way are for a purpose. They are meant to build us up. They are meant to work something in our lives. Once we have this knowledge and we sustain this knowledge, the way we interpret things are going to be so different. Remember, once you are working with God, whatever comes your way, you have the power to overcome it. In 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, Paul tells us that no temptation has overtaken you, except such as is common to man. Then he said that God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. But even in the temptation, he will provide a way of escape. It means everything that comes our way is something that we have strength to overcome or the strength to overpower. God doesn't allow things that are bigger than us to come our way. And that is why many of the times you hear ministers say the size of your trouble determines the size of your destiny and things like that. What they are trying to say is that whatever comes your way, you have the power and the authority and the grace to overcome it. So from today I want to admonish you to sustain this knowledge. That knowledge that the trying of my faith will work patience. Because of that, I must have an attitude. What is that attitude? That I will count it all joy when I fall into diverse temptations. It means from today, you have every cause to be always joyous, no matter how the situation goes. Whether it seems good or it seems bad, you know that the testing of my faith is producing patience. God richly bless you, and thank you for joining me today. See you same time in our next session. God bless you.